Paul Goldsmith.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to speak against this bill, the Environment Canterbury Democratic Restoration Amendment Bill. I'm sorry to say the threshold for intervention in the affairs of local government is necessarily very high and very rare, and it's only considered at times of serious failure and mismanagement, and that indeed is what we had with ECANS over 19 years not successfully coming up with a water plan. And so the Canterbury's 10 mayors, it's worth remembering, 10 mayors and councils were unanimous in their support for the findings of the review group, and the government intervened because the council had failed to effectively manage Canterbury's fresh water, a crucial resource. So let's not forget that. And it did not have a fully operative regional planning and policy framework in place for resource management, and it resulted in an ad hoc and unsatisfactory arrangement for managing fresh water. And there was an enormous and unprecedented gap between what needed to be done to effectively manage Canterbury's fresh water and ECAN's ability to do so. And it was on that basis that the government made this rather unusual step to move as we had, and put in those three commissioners. The commissioners, Dame Margaret Baisley, arguably New Zealand's most respected public servant and problem solver, and she has shown over the last year this wealth of experience in management and governance that she has in large organisations. David Cagle, of course, an ex-colleague of members on the other side of the House, David Bedford, the chair of Enterprise North Canterbury, and what progress they've made over the course of a year has been astonishing. The people of Canterbury had been let down by the Environment Canterbury, and now, only just 1 year, the commissioners have put a plan in place, and we are very proud, as the National Party, to have been able to take action and to deliver on a promise to fast-track a water plan for Canterbury. And the completion of the Canterbury Natural Resources Regional Plan last year was a major step forward for Canterbury, meaning that it now has an operational water plan. And that's even all the more important after the devastating earthquakes that we had, that we have a guide in place that will help Canterbury's economic recovery by developing the region's natural resources while protecting our natural environment. So the plan covers, as we've seen, water quality, quantity, the beds and margins of lakes, rivers, wetlands, groundwater and soil conservation. It involves different trade-offs between the environment and development, and will be refined in a way that is responsive to the Zones Committee's work under the Canterbury Water Management Strategy. So calling for an election now, as this bill indicates, would simply be going back to the beginning again, and if regional elections had been the answer, Canterbury would not have had a water problem such as they've had for so long. So National tackled a dysfunctional regional council and completed a resource plan. And I'm very pleased that we've also adopted a good clean-up plan for Te Waihora Lake Ellesmere, and we've advanced the work on the water management strategy. Just briefly, I could update the House on progress on that Canterbury water management strategy. It's well advanced, with all 10 zone committees and the regional committee appointed. All implementation programs are either developed or received or have been received by the regional council and relevant territorial authorities, or it's out for consultation. 7 zones have been issued their draft reports for consultation. Some of the earlier programs are now being actioned. And finally, the collaborative model of the 10 zone committees and regional committee has proven to be very effective. So I oppose this bill, and we think the approach that has been taken by National to rein in what was a dysfunctional council and put in commissioners has worked very effectively and will continue to do so for the interim period. Thank you.
Call John Hayes.